Good morning. Chasing some whiting off the small gutters with the run up in 2 hours using salted bonito of all things. I haven't tried using that with a whiting yet. No doubt they'll hit it, but if I do it in small enough strips, hopefully they'll hit it. Anyway, on the 2.0 long shank, just with a couple of red beads on each paternoster hook, I'm going to try use my converted fly fishing rod that I've never really taken to the surf before. It's about 10 and a half foot with the extended butt that I've put onto the end of it. I'll put in the description down below that build that I've done. So yeah, a bit of luck, the run up tide, early morning, beautiful day. Hopefully the whiting will come on and we'll get some good footage. So I'll see you out there. Beautiful beach, white water, dew. Look at that. Oh my goodness, got a bit of a weight to it. Probably about 7 to 8 kilos, I'm guessing. That is crazy on a whiting rig. Oh, I'll get back out there. I'm only expecting to get a whiting after all, but if anything comes of it, you'll be seeing it. Thanks for tuning in and watching Reel to Mill. Just, if you're happy to keep watching, hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell icon. We'll try and get a few more of these. It did not disappoint. Bonito strip on a whiting rig, converted fly fishing rod, soft tip, running 10 pound, 12 pound leader, and to actually pull out an 80 plus centimetre, actually, I don't know, I reckon it'll be getting close to 85 on a little bit of this strip, thin strip. That is just incredible. I mean, that took me about 10-12 minutes to get to the shore because of that lip up. I didn't want to not put any tension on that reel. Let's get a photo. Love it here. Woo! Just gonna go trim up this lovely Mulloway and put into the quarterback bag so you can see she's not a bad size. Looks like we'll be eating for a while. 84 centimetres. I was pretty close, I guess about 85. Oh my goodness sake. We'll trim her up, put into some quarterback bags, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so I've got a nice bendy fillet knife. So I want to really get underneath these wings, because you can use a lot of the meat up that end. Cut the wings off. I know you can't properly see that well. Bring it right up to the front of the bone of the head there. So I've already scaled it because I want to cook it with the skin on, crispy skin, with a bit of butter and garlic, some salads. All you got to do with these. You can put a bit of flour, I guess, on them to help hold it together during the cooking. Now to cook them long in the pan, I'm going to find that edge right there. And I'm going to spin it around. Trying to make sure I get every bit of that meat. And then we're finding the middle. Once I get past that scale, we're going to basically run a starting line right against the spine. Once we get that edge, we'd have a clean cut across the bones, the rib cage from here on. This is an imperative part of the process. You don't want to lose any meat through slack cutting. Just finding the edge of that rib bone and keeping the knife pressed down. We'll get to about 3/4 through that tail section. You're going to want to basically find the top of the ribs and push it through, and then continue just on the rib. Well, there's not much tailbone now. There we go. So we want to keep it like that. Then we just continue the process of keeping that knife flat and running it along the ribs. Don't rush this process because you don't want to stuff up the meat. There's nothing worse than going along the ribs, rushing it to get the fillet off. It's not too hot a day out here, so I'm going to get away with taking my time. And I'll just lift to see where it's progressing to. I can't really show you at the moment, obviously. I'm just taking the time, keeping that knife pressed firmly against the ribs. You can feel the undulated rise and fall as you go through. Here come the flies. No rush. I'll get to about here. I can feel the top of that rib bone, so I can safely push it straight on through and just guide the rest of that fillet off there. So you're coming along and just continue that splicing the nose of the knife pointing down, because you've got your big rib bone there. I'm going to try and get away without losing too much meat here. Just coming across and almost pushing and pulling. Come back down along the rib. Whatever leftover meat I have, I'll spoon it. Just give it a good old spoon. Okay, beautiful. So that is one Mulloway fillet, so we'll do the other side, and then we'll get it inside and quarterback it in slices. Beautiful. Righto, so we're at the pointy end of it all. We have our little quarterback bags that I've made up from the roll. It's basically just a King's roll. These are pretty good actually. They last for ages. 3 rolls for about 29 bucks or something. So I'm just going to put 3 or 4 fillets in each and run it through the King's quarterback machine. You see that? Handy little quarterbacker. I just think that you can spend the heat, but for what I'm doing, I don't need to. So I'm just going to put them in nice fillets like that. 2 or 3 at a time, so we'll have a meal on defrost per night. And these 2 will probably be enough for this bag. One there and one there. The idea of these 2, if you can keep the end of it dry, you'll have a better seal. I'll do 2 seals anyway. So click on one end, click on another, and then vacuum seal, and she'll do the rest basically. See, it's just taking out the air, and then it'll seal it. When that light goes off on the seal, you're pretty much done. So as I was saying before, I'll do 2 seals. Just pull it back a fraction, re-click it in, 2 buttons on the end, release it. Sorry, here and here, I'm in the way. Give it about 15 seconds just to let it cool down on the element, and then you just hit the seal button and she'll do it again. Just a quick seal. And that is as easy as it is. So pop her open and you've got your double seal magic. And that is it. All right, so again, thanks for tuning in to another episode on Reel to Mill, and we'll catch you on the next trip out on those beaches. Have a good day, guys. Bye.